This is a Hama double arm wall bracket. As you can see, it's folded back at the moment. It goes approximately sort of 80mm flat back to the wall, or just over 3 inches. If I pull it out, it's an ultra long arm, and it comes out to 800mm, 80cm, or about 34.5 inches. You can see that double arm at the back there with the cables, and it will swing that way. So when I'm over there, I'm sat there gaming while somebody's watching the other TV in that room, or if I'm at the dining table there, or maybe fold it back and have it at an angle there somewhere. So it will tilt forwards and so on as well, and you can level it up once it's on. That's it looking at that side. So 800mm length here, folds back flat to 80mm. Link in the description below to have a look. There is a shorter arm available at about 500mm or 450, I forget now. Next thing, I'll go through step by step, unboxing the bracket, mounting it to the wall, and then hooking the TV on as well. So this is the bracket I'll be using. It's a Hama ultra long. Tells me there 53cm to about 802mm, so 80cm length on that arm. It will do, well, it says up to a 65 there, but the main thing is it does a 400mm VESA, 25kg TV max. It will also do a 200mm VESA by moving these arms about. We'll have a look, I'll open it up, we'll look closely. Okay, so some paperwork in there to start with. This part will have some arm brackets there to attach to the back of my TV. This part here will have some bars attached to go to the wall, so that'll be bolted to the wall. I'll extend the arm out, get it all in shot. So that is at its full length there, so 800mm long. Pretty long arm. There aren't many available on the market, that's why I'm using this one. Okay, so these two bars here, I'll start assembling it while we've got the camera on it. So this is the bit that attaches to the wall. So these parts here, they allow for the extra fixings. I'll just zoom in a bit as well. Okay, so I've got the various VESA mount bolts in there. M8 50mm, 40s, I think they're 30mm, 10 or 15 and so on. Some M6 bolts there as well, various spacers there to space it off the TV, and some washers. Some M4 screws or bolts there as well. A couple of Allen keys and a sort of socket there for doing these nuts. These 4 nuts here, 2 for there and 2 for there. 4 washers. And there as well. And these nuts then, we'll just screw on. I'll just loosely put them on with my fingers and then tighten them up. So I can just use that to tighten those up. Okay, so that part's assembled. So this is going to be the top, that will be the bottom, that will be attached then to the wall. So probably going to put 4 fixings at the top and just 2 will do at the bottom. So this bit is yet to be attached to the TV. We'll see how to do that next. We've got these 2 crescent shaped arms. Okay, so that's now, I've spun the TV around so I can look at the back and attach those arms. Old 40-inch D-series Samsung, about 10 years old. You can see we've got 400mm spacing on those VESA mounts there. I've got 4 of the 10mm spacers there because it's slightly recessed, those threaded holes. I think I'm going to use 30mm M8 bolts included in the packaging. Okay, so I can see there, that's one of the arms. I don't know if the lighting's that great here, but 10mm spacer, 30mm M8 bolt. This one's going to go there. I'll just give that a few twists in. Same for the other side, so 10mm spacer, 30mm M8 bolt again. Knit those up gently. And on the bottom, that's going to go the opposite way round. So again, 10mm spacer, M8 bolts. Okay, arms are attached. Next thing in the pack, there are 4 small screws. So these small black screws here. And the relevant Allen key. 2 will go in the top, don't know how well they're going to show up, but 2 of those into the top. Just wind in a few turns. We've got 2 more of these. I'll just get a close up. So you can see we've got 2 more of those there. They're going to be in the bottom, but we can't put them in yet. Okay. Also, I'm still on my pedestal stand, so I'm just going to quickly undo that, lift it off the stand, lay this flat on the carpet so I can put the bracket on it and get a dimension. I want the bottom of my bracket to the bottom of the TV, then I know what height I'm going to mount that bracket to the wall. Alright, so TV's laid flat on the floor. Just going to pop the bracket on there, so get it the right way, pop the bracket on there. So it hooks on the top. Okay, so it's hooked on there at the top. Then you would pop the other 2 screws into the bottom there just to secure it. So one there, one there. That's then secure. Tighten those 2 up. But main thing for now is I need the dimension from where this part is going to be attached to the wall in reference to the bottom of the TV. So with my tape measure, okay, so I can see from the bottom of the TV to the bottom of my bracket there, so bottom of the TV, it's just shy of 14 centimetres or 5.5 inches, so I use that as my reference. And then I want maybe 4 centimetre clearance off that table. I'll just give it, I'll give it 5 maybe. Okay, so from my TV unit to the bottom of my bracket in total it's going to be 19 centimetres. Also looking at it while it's folded back, this bracket in particular is pretty much central to the centre of the TV. Some fold back off centre, so I know in my alcove there, or the recess where I'm going to fit the bracket, I'm going to go central, and then obviously that 19 centimetres dimension there. The mark up here said 19 centimetres to the bottom of the bracket, so I just put a small pencil mark there. Want a halfway point as well, or centre of that portion of wall, which is roughly 54 centimetres for the midway point. So just mark there, 54. I don't know how well that shows up. That's going to be bottom and centre of my bracket attached to the wall. Grab my bracket. It is easier if you get somebody to help sort of hold this up while you mount it, because they're quite weighty in itself, but I'll have to struggle on my own. So I'm going to put a spirit level on top so I can get it level to the wall in the centre somewhere.
when I know I've got that lined up central. That's marked up there. How well does that show up? I don't know if it shows up that well, but I've got 4 holes here across the top, or I will have 4 holes marked out, 2 at the bottom. So all the weight's taken on those top ones really, so I've got longer bolts. I'll put a link for the bolts that I use in the description below. And again, 2 short ones for the bottom. Okay, I've got some wrapping paper, Christmas wrapping paper left over there from Christmas obviously. I'm just going to tape it underneath where I'm drilling to catch the brick dust, because I've got a solid brick wall here. If there's 2 of you, you can use a vacuum cleaner as well, but I'd still put something under just in case you miss any, especially with like brick dust and stuff, because it does tend to stain. Okay, I'm going to mark the length of my bolts there on my drill, so I don't have to drill too far in. So for these bolts here, all I'm doing, I drill a pilot hole. There's no plug in the wall, these just screw and cut a thread straight in. So I'll start at the top. Okay, so spirit level back on top, and I'm just going to level it up and then nip those bolts up. Okay, so that is it mounted. I'll zoom out. Okay, so you can see the length of that arm there. That's it folding back flat. And then we can just pull it out with the TV on. So it's not the cheapest bracket, but it's good quality, and you can tell on a cheap one that when you fold them back, they're all stiff and they're not smooth at all. That's nice and smooth. I don't know if I pointed it out, but it's also got a tilt adjustment there, and it'll have a level adjustment there, even though, let's have a look, that's level side to side. I know we've put the bracket on level, so once that's level, it should pull out level. The arm should stay fairly true, back in position to be level as well. I'm just going to quick hoover around there. We've got some bolt covers here as well, just clip on top and bottom once I've hoovered that dust off. Okay, so I've extended the arm out. I've got those 2 screws, rest that there, 2 screws in the top of the bracket there, none in there, so I've got those ready to go. So if I just bring that closer, again this is easy with 2 people, they hook into those keyholes, he says, like so, then it just drops on, and then I can carefully, with the Allen key, wind those in. That's the top hooked on, and we've got these 2 at the bottom next. Okay, got those 2 in at the bottom as well. nip those up gently. See here while we've got it here, that's for your adjustment to get it level. And then I've got the tilt as well, but I'm going to keep it level. I don't want it tilted. TV's nice and low so it can be level for me. Well, okay, so we can see now TV's nicely in position. When I'm gaming, I think it's going to be there somewhere so I can comfortably look at it, maybe even there. For the other purposes, it will just fold back flat to there as well. That's pushed back nicely in place. I can easily just top and bottom, just grab it there, swing it around anywhere, so I can have it that way when I'm gaming. Or if I'm sat, I've got a dining table here. I'll connect my Sky Q Mini up. You're watching my Sky over there, alternatively. Or it just folds back. So all I've got to do, connect the cables, give it a whirl, sit down and do something on it. Okay, so just come to the side. I've got my cables in now, 2 HDMIs and mains. Got some cable guides there as well, that I maybe didn't mention, like that. They've got a slot in them there. So I've done, run the cables in. I've actually put a little bit of tape so they don't fall back out. You've got those guides top and bottom. I've took them along the bottom. Just leave enough room on those cables for it to move around. You're not going to pull them tight and push that back. Like so. There's Brill.